Can people hear me and see me? And hopefully that fixed things. I think the internet dropped out halfway through that. So I don't know if people saw that beginning bit or it got deleted completely. But Carmi, if you can hear me, give me a wave. I'm a bit unsure whether or not you can see me, whether it's good enough quality for you. I also need to turn off the bloody autofocus on my camera. That might be why my camera looks like it's dodging out a little bit. It's all new to me again. I've not streamed on YouTube for a good couple of years, so hopefully it's all right. Let me just switch this so you can see me a bit better. Ooh, there we go. Is that better? Can people see me? This will be the first half of the stream. Just be going, is everyone okay? Can everyone see me? Before we move on. I'm also going to clear the weather for just a second. This is a test to see if this will work. They'll also make it daytime. The people will actually see me. We'll see the time. Not better. Don't like this fog though. This fog is a new feature. Stream looks okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. I've not streamed alone on YouTube for a good couple of years, so I'm a little bit rusty on this side of things. I know it should run a little bit better than. I know it should run a little bit easier than Twitch in certain respects, but it has been a good couple of years. New stream location. Who's this? EP's here. Hello, EP. How you doing? So we've got Carmi, we've got JP, we've got EP. Can I just check before we go on that the picture quality is okay? You can hear me all right, all that sort of stuff before we start, because I've already had an internet drop out on me about 5 seconds ago, and I was scared. For some reason, the chat's not showing up on my slobs for some reason. I can't remember how you get that. Hi, everybody. Carmen says, don't you freaking dare turn on Last Christmas or Eternal Damnation of Mean Beans awaits you. Good news. Worked out how to ban people. I'm ready for when Andy arrives. And JP's like, yes, yes, yes. Fight, fight, fight. Carmen says, yeah, everything's fine. All looks good from here. Good. Because it did scare me earlier because the internet dropped out and I had to restart the stream again and I was like, oh God, what's happening? So I'm glad. I'm glad it's working. Let me just refresh it on my side, see if I can see it on my phone. There we go. It's showing up now. It wasn't showing up beforehand. It's showing up now. Great. Cool. I will start moving things around and hopefully it doesn't make the stream go to shit. That should be good. This is kind of like a tester stream to see if we can do this again in the new year. I don't know why I'm looking over here for the cameras over there. But new haircut. Thank you, JP. I've had it a couple of days now, actually. I think I had done not the weekend before, the week not this weekend, just gone, the one before it, because it was looking a little bit overgrown. Thank you. I appreciate that. Right, let's get going. So, this was a series that I started at the beginning of the year that I kind of abandoned because the editing side of things, it kind of made me fall out of love with it because it would take like what 2-3 hours to build a building, but then when it came to the actual editing, it would take days and days and days and days and days because you had to go through your footage that you've recorded, put out all the boring bits where I'm just like waiting in a menu, that sort of thing, and then the final product would happen. So that's why we ended up with like a wild variety of different episode lengths. The first one was like half an hour, the second one was like an hour and a bit, the third one was half an hour as well. So the thing I do enjoy about doing this is the making, not so much the editing of it. So I thought as a change, we'd do it as a stream instead of a video this time. See, EP is doing his modly duties. Thank you very much, EP. I don't know what I'm looking over here for. I keep thinking the camera's over here. Not over here, it's over there. We will recognise you despite the haircut. Already hit the like button. I'm like #1 actually. Akami's like amazing. Like Akami's doing better than everyone else at the moment. Well, EP's also got the promo in, so EP was also very, very high up on the chat right now. I'm not trying to start a war, okay? But yeah, this is Yorcity. I'm just going to do a quick move around like this to see if it doesn't like tank the stream settings. I'm just testing everything before we actually go into it proper. But yes. Go. This is what we've got so far. This is what we've built so far. I will show you this a little bit later on. This is what we're currently building today. This is what we've built in videos. So the first episode was the Yorcity Green, which is the one that I've built. So this is the only one where I've had input on it, basically. This was the very first episode. This was Yorcity Green, which is a lovely little park in the middle. I think initially, the initial plan for the episode 1 was it was going to be like a town square. And then I couldn't make a interesting like slab of like concrete look interesting. So I thought, you know what, we'll make it a park. That looks more interesting than a slab of concrete. So we did that, and I think it looks better, personally. Then episode 2, we moved on to the restaurant won the vote. So there's a vote every episode to see what the next building is going to be, and restaurant won. So this is St. Giorgio's Family Restaurant, which is an Italian restaurant, which was also another vote on our Discord. What kind of restaurant do people want? And Italian won. So this is St. Giorgio's restaurant with a little bit of outside seating. You've got terrace seating. You've got balcony seating as well, depending on what your dining needs are at the time. Let's go inside. I'm very proud of this kind of build. I like this build very much. It did take a while to build, but I am proud of it. You've got a little bar here as you walk in. Kind of like that kind of like restaurant bar thing where like if you're going on like a bar crawl kind of thing, you'd go here for like a couple of drinks before you move on to the main nightclubs of your night out kind of thing. We've got the concierge table over here. We've got downstairs seating, indoor seating. Now, I don't know if this shows very well on the video, but this is supposed to be like a cutlery station or like a where you pick up like your cutlery, your sauces, your napkins, that sort of thing. That's what that was supposed to be. But it does kind of look a little bit, don't know, it kind of looks a little bit blocky. I don't know if that came across in the video. So then, yeah, and we've got access to outside through here as well. Ta-da! I do like how I've done the little, like the creeping ivy kind of thing on the underside of this. And then I'm just doing a very quick run through of all the buildings we've got so far, because obviously there are video evidence of these. And we go into the back of the kitchens. And this is the kitchen. We've got a little cupboard here. We've got the pizza oven, which I'm very proud of. I'm very proud of how that worked out. We've got some kitchen units. And some fridges. And this is the larder, where we keep all like the dry stock will be in here. But it doesn't need to be refrigerated. And then back here we have the freezers. So this is all the cold storage. We've got some more fridges in there as well, and access to outside, which obviously there's no road yet, but when there is, I'm remodeling already. When there is a road there, then obviously that will go out as a back exit. Why can't I speak today? Been a long day. Oh, fine. I'm just trash then. I didn't mean it like that, JP. You're also very appreciated. Thank you very much, JP, for being here for so long. You're pretty much on every single stream, and I really do appreciate it. There you go. How's that? And yeah, we appreciate having you around. I think the only non-whammed in the chat right now, I need to satisfy Finn not to join the victims. Wham him, wham him, wham him. Hush, JP. No, my voice will be free. Nightclub, eh? And Andy's in the chat and our Path to Publication channel. If you haven't already listened to our writing podcast, I highly recommend it. He's in the chat right now. Path to Publication is mine and Andy's writing podcast. Been streaming and on chat? Yes. Good news, I can now test out my banning powers. I mean, Andy's here. Yay, that's what I meant. But you're both mods, so I don't know if you can actually ban a mod. or if I have to do it. I don't know how it works. Yeah, so this was the cold storage area of St. George's Restaurant. I'm going to have a quick look upstairs. Again, there's a proper walkthrough of this in the video, but I thought I'd go through what we've got already in the town before we start building what we're building today. And then we've got an upstairs. Well, obviously, these are the toilets, so I'm not going to show you both of them because it is a toilet. This is the men's with a urinal at the back. And there's the toilets. And then sinks and hand dryers. You know what a toilet looks like. We've got toilets. So, close that. Let's go upstairs. Some more upstairs seating. And the balcony seating out there as well. We have the VIP room. Or like the boardroom. Like you'd hire this out for like a function or something like that. Which I've kind of put like slight mafiosa vibes in this place as well. Like maybe the restaurant's being run as a front for something nefarious. We've got like the business boardroom in here, which has its own private balcony area. Secluded from the other riffraff over there. And then if we go to the other side of the restaurant, this is like the employees only section. We've got the staff room in here with the lockers, a little breakfast table over there, nice seating area, which hopefully will overlook a bit more interesting things than just blank green. We shall see. This is like free advertising. This is why I made you a mod, Andy. Been talking to us, didn't taking us to the toilets. My mother warned me about people like you. I think I find I'm far more civilized than those men. Finn's made the Yorcity Mafia. Okay, so then there's also the restaurant owner's office / mob boss's office, which is the best room in the house. Basically, you've got this lovely like white corner sofa over here. You've got some filing cabinets. Put all your nefarious deeds in. Some filing cabinets. A big ass chunky desk. And this kind of like lighting in the wall, which I think is kind of cute. I like that. And you've got some views of, well, not much at the moment until we build some more things. But eventually this will have probably a better view once we build some more buildings around it. Okay. Have a quick little run through of the restaurant. Let's go back outside. Oh, I keep pressing. I don't mean to randomly place blocks. It's like, calm down. You're not building yet. So let's move back outside. Ta-da! So that was the restaurant. That was episode 2. Episode 3, when I gave the vote at the end of episode 2, there was a split in terms of the winner. So the first episode, or episode 3, was the key. So we're going to go down to Yorcity Key, which was episode 3A. And this is Yorcity Key. I already had this kind of like lake here already built into the world. And I never wanted to do something with it. So I kind of like, I was thankful that there was a water-based building for this one. Because I did want to try this one out. But yeah, this is the key. We've got some cargo on the docks over here. We've got some boats. I am quite proud of the speedboat. The speedboat is probably my favourite boat and the key at the moment. It does look rather snazzy. I think this was supposed to look like one of those like fishing trawler ships. I think you have to squint your eyes sometimes to kind of to see it. It's supposed to be kind of like, you know, in GTA we get like the slow powered fishing boats. It's supposed to look like that basically. That was my inspiration for that kind of boat. Then, of course, we've got the dinghies. Everyone knows what a dinghy is. Can't have a harbour without one. And then we've got like colour swapped ones over here and over here too. This one looks more like the kind of boat you'd see in GTA. But yeah. Oh, I like how they've done some new effects on the water. I like that. That was new. I didn't see that last time. You can actually see like little highlights in the water. Oh, thank you, Mojang. Okay, right. That was also another thing as well. And when I first started, I was like, do I keep it with a certain texture pack or do I keep it as like the generic texture pack, and I think I did end up keeping the generic one. I think that's right. I was between this or the city texture pack, and I think I went for the generic one in the end because I'm like, I like the idea of people maybe being able to like be inspired by this or copying this for their own builds. So I thought maybe not spend millions on a different texture pack. Make it like the generic one so people can make their own versions of it, basically. I think. Am I using the PC? I'm using the Xbox plugged into the PC. Why? Is the picture quality dipping? I hope it's not. Please let me know if there is any like drop in quality as you're watching this. This is the first time I've streamed on YouTube for a while. And so this time, so I've already started it because I started to record episode 3B. But as I was recording it, I was becoming less and less enthused to record it because I knew that the amount of footage I'd have from it would take forever for me to edit down. So just recently I thought, why not just do it as a live stream? So therefore I don't have to worry about editing it down later on. You already have the footage in front of you. And also you'll have my smiling face in the corner. The only thing you won't have is the music. No problem. I didn't know if those effects on I didn't know if those effects were console only or PC. I am playing it on Xbox. Apparently, it's on console as well. When I first started building this, I didn't know you could have world edit on Xbox. That was the most recent update when I first started building it, and now I think it's the water effects, it's the other mobs that they've put in, which I don't think I've experienced yet because I prefer creative over survival. But yeah, so let's get rid of the rain because nobody likes the rain. Getting too real. This is why I like the world effects. I love the world edit for that. I don't tend to use it very much for like copy and paste and like stacking things, that sort of thing. I like to kind of keep that more kind of me over the computer. But like the rain and the day-night cycle, sometimes I just want it to be day and have to wait and go to bed or anything like that. I'm impatient like that. Yes, so this is what we started off with. This was going to be Yorcity City Hall. So this was the other winner of episode 3. So I split it into 2. So I thought I was going to start off with a basement level first and then work up floor by floor. My intention is to make this building at least like 4 or 5 floors high and not including the basement. So all of this work I've done and I've recorded, I realised after the fact, I'm like, most of this is going to get either cut out or massively sped up. So just leave it as is. Just record most of it off camera and then build from there, I think, is what my initial plan was. Yeah, I need a drink. I'm talking for a lot. There we go. Okay. So I started off with, give you a quick rundown of the footage you're probably not going to see. Started off with this purple triangle over purple rectangle. I don't know shapes. Now, this is the area I've carved out for the city hall. That's going to encompass the building itself, the gardens, the car park, all that sort of stuff. And eventually, I want to make it at least 4 or 5 floors high. I'm going to see if I can use a stack effect for that when we get to that point. I have not used it before, so it might end up messing the entire thing up, but we'll find out. And this is the basement level that I've got so far. So eventually, this entrance bit down here is going to curve round to the right. Got it right this time, Andy. And go up this way, basically. There's going to be another road that goes across here. And the entrance is going to go around the back of the building, basically. But I'll do that later on once the roads are all filled in and stuff. That's the entrance to the basement, like the employee entrance. We've got an underground car park. So this is all of the parking spaces in the underground car park. I think I counted it earlier as like 32 spaces in this car park. Relatively small. That's why it's only like VIP employee entrance. And then only a few small parking spaces. Over here we've got some more toilets because you know me, I like to put a toilet in there. Go to the women's this time. This is the women's toilet in the underground car park. Made it a bit nicer because it's kind of like a corporate building. They've got a bit more money to spend, that sort of thing, which is totally unrealistic. Yeah, we've got the ladies' toilets over here. That's a completely finished room as well. And the men's is basically the same. I'm going to show that off to you, but the men's is there too. So this was the underground car park. That's where I got to so far. This room is basically done, apart from putting vehicles in it. But I'll do that later on, I think. We've also got, this is one of the last things I built with the recording, is a lift. A lift down to the basement level. So I can't remember how you do it in Minecraft where you can just step on the thing and it shoots you straight up. So this is my version of it, which is basically build the lift, put a hole in the ceiling. So you can just go to the right floor, basically. So eventually this will go to the ground floor and then however high you need to go up. You know what I mean? Make a very square triangle. I certainly do. Are you chatting me up, EP? What I also did as well, I didn't want the basement level just to be a car park. I wanted something a little bit more exciting than that. So there's going to be another level, another part of it, which is not going to be accessible from the car park. It's going to be more of like the archives, like the city records that like prying eyes don't need to see. Which is why I've got this room behind it with this big spiral staircase, dual staircase with bookcases everywhere. It's an archive room. And then we've got these extra rooms at the side here. It's kind of like office spaces or like the boss's office, that sort of thing. But they're either side of this room. And they can only be accessed via the stairs. I might put a lift shaft in there, but this one was an absolute bitch to put in. So I will consider that, but maybe make a smaller one. He just says no comment. Okay. So I think with that, we're all caught up to where we need to be for your city. So we've got the basement car park is pretty much complete. We've got the toilets over here are pretty much complete. The archive room is what I was working on before I decided to sack the recording in. And then these two extra rooms over here, which is what we need to build for the basement level. And then once we've done the basement level, I will then work on the lobby area and like the entrance halls, like the lower offices, that sort of thing. The gardens, that sort of thing. And then the next couple of floors will just be offices and like meeting rooms and that sort of thing. But that might require another couple of streams in between to kind of like figure out where that's going. But yeah, what do people think so far before I start building things properly? Now we're all caught up with the world. And obviously with this live stream series now, hopefully once we finish a build, I can then go to the chat and be like, vote on the next build we do. And I'll have like 5 different options of buildings for people to vote on, and that'll be the next thing that I build in the next stream. That's my intention for this. We shall see how it plays out. It's saving a lot at the moment. It's saving like every 5 minutes. I mean, I'm not complaining. At least I'm not going to lose any footage, but... Should we start building? Let's get to building, shall we? Can't speak today. So, I want to, before we put any furniture into this archive room, is fill in this wall and fill in that wall to make it seem a bit more officey. That makes sense. So, we've got all these archive things. I don't want to put it around the whole room because that make it look a little bit boring. So instead, I think I'm going to do like a solid brown wall over here and over there. They're basically going to be doubles of each other. Make it look a little bit more interesting. They've got slightly different walls on the outside. And also, because these aren't double walls as well, whatever wall this is going to be, it'll be the same on this side as it is on that side. If I can give it like a neutral colour on this side, then it doesn't matter what I put on these. Because they'll kind of still fit, if that makes sense. Let's get building, shall we? Let's go to the inventory and find out what we're going to build with first. So I'll keep this over here. I like having the bookcases on my inventory at all times because they're all just useful to put in houses. I don't know why I've got pickaxes for. I'm playing in creative. I don't need these. But they're there anyway. And also because of roads, I like to have a block of coal, a block of yellow concrete, and a block of the white concrete as well. Just in case I need to do any building of roads. But I don't need to do that at the moment. So a kind of soft coloured block is kind of terracotta blocks. So I'm going to go for that maybe. Like the generic ones, not the glazed ones, which have all the patterns on them. The generic ones. It's kind of like muted tone colour I kind of like for the walls, I think. Or maybe like a mix of two of them at most. I'm going to go for this kind of like, what you call that colour really. It's like a very, very light brown, almost white. I think your books might be slightly soggy. They might be. They might actually be, yes. I'll turn the rain off in a minute because I don't like that rain. And then we'll put a darker colour maybe. Excuse me. Like that. Get rid of the piss and rain. This was also a bitch to record as well. Whenever it started raining, I had to pause, turn the rain off, and then I couldn't move until the rain disappeared, and then resume filming. It took forever. It was very annoying. Right, so with this, I'm going to try and follow the design of the archives over here with different colours. So we've got this darker brown. I kind of like this kind of chocolate brown colour. That, and then we're going to match it with the level of this. This is obviously where the carpet's going to be. The decking for the second floor going to be there. So bend that over like so, and then I think the top floor as well will be the same colour. Like so, like that. Okay, and then. Do I want to file that up there, or do I want to leave it as blank? A bit more interesting than just blank walls, so... Uh-oh, EP's in the game. Will the chat like me to confuse Finn? Yes, you did confuse me. Always. Of course, EP. Will do, since we don't have mean beans. I wonder where it spawned you. He was like, hello, stream. Where are you? Did it spawn you in the park, or are you in like a random forest somewhere? EP's just going to get into the stream and just like start hurling insults at me. Nothing I can do about it. I mean, Andy can do something about it. But she won't want to. It's funny. I don't mind EP being here. I am so lost. Did I turn the coordinates off as well? I did that. That's not going to help. Do you want me to share my coordinates with you, EP? I'll turn the coordinates on. Can I just teleport you to me? That's what I can do. You know what? I'll just teleport you to you. It is that one, and it's teleport, isn't it? Yeah, teleport. Because when EP disappears from the chat now. How was your evening? Well, you know, I got lost in Finn's server. And then do I need to me? I can't remember what I need to do for the teleport bit to work. Destination target. Do I just need to put like a colon and then my name? This is when I end up teleporting myself to him. Did not work. Okay, I'll just show you my coordinates. That's the easier way of doing it. My name doesn't have a space. Oh! Try that again. I like how even the game was trying to tell me that it didn't have a space. Still didn't work. Okay, we'll just show you the... I'll do what I was originally going to do. And show you the coordinates. Visual video. Where is it under? I can't remember where it is now. Is it in game? There it is. There are my coordinates, EP. Hopefully that helps. I'll tell you, like, I am miles away. Ooh, I like that. It's in the centre though, because that would annoy me if it's not in the centre. I think it's a little bit off, but I can live with it. Finn gets lost EP in EP maze. EP gets lost in Infinity. The circle is complete. But if you do that, you're going to teleport to me. Ah, I see. I don't see. I don't know what I'm doing. Can you imagine if I teleported myself away from the city and then I couldn't find my way back? Then obviously I would be able to find my way back because it's my city. What? Oh, I've noticed as well they've changed the cube cursor to black rather than white. I think I prefer that. It's easier on my eyes. Got the command pretty close. You just had the two names the wrong way round. Oh, okay. Let me try it again. Are you sure? Because I feel like I'm going to teleport myself to you. And it'll be hilarious for everyone. Again, did not work. But you're nearly there, that's fine. I wonder how far away you were. Well, I've got a little cursor on my screen that's showing an arrow. I'm assuming that's where you are. How about that? It looks like I've done like brickwork, but like super zoomed in. It's like the Mario brickwork. I might leave that there to put little accents on top, maybe. Oh, it's getting bigger. I see him. Ta-da! Welcome to the stream, EP. Oh, you've gone down. Welcome to the stream, EP. How you? How you doing? What's up? He's like looking at me like blankly, like I've got nothing. Staring into my soul. You never finished my game. What do you mean the You mean the labyrinth that you did in your version? Or do you just mean in general that I don't finish games? I can hear him typing. Where's he gone? Where's he going? Got my eye on you, EP. My Banjo-Kazooie's Kazooie skin is not showing. Why is it not showing? I don't understand why it's not showing. Oh, the bloody rain again. Could have just turned the rain off, but it'll turn all other weather effects off, which is annoying. If you, EP, I have been nice to you, don't you dare blow shit up. I see that as a threat. Where is he hiding? Oh, he's over there. Okay, fair enough. I got nervous then. For all the times I've been nice to EP, he would never do that to me. Well done, EP. Ta-da! So we've got like a little office wall over here, like partition wall between here and that one over here. So what I will do with this bit is I will send a... I've scared thin. My job is done. Farewell! Thank you for dropping by, EP. I appreciate it. Thank you for scaring the hell out of me. Okay, we trust EP. It's fine. He only caused hijinks in his own world. Okay, so do a little fancy like overhang on the door, like so, and like so. That and like that. So then we put the doorway in. Of course, we'll go for the dark oak door. As someone who spends a ton of time in creative builds, I never use TNT on someone else's. It's just common courtesy, common etiquette. Unless that world is like a throwaway world. Like you're doing a post-apocalyptic version of that world. Then I put a doorway in there. That. And I don't think I did that correctly because it's not matching up perfectly. What I'll do is I'll put that there. I will place this down 3 and then put it on the top. Is that what I wanted to do? That's what I was going for, I think, because then on the other end I can do the same thing without it looking too weird. Yeah, basically like that. I was like, don't make me ban you. Well, don't make Andy ban you, EP. Nah, I know, and EP's a good guy. He would never do this to me. Within reason. Never knowingly do this to me. How's everyone's week been so far? Is everyone looking forward to Christmas? And I've not spoken to it. I've not spoken about it yet. We're already 40 minutes in. I have got all my Christmas presents sorted. I need to wrap my Secret Santa, and then all the presents that I'm giving out have been done. I've got my parents coming over at the weekend. They're sleeping over. They've not been over the night in this house since we've moved here. That'd be interesting. I wonder how they're going to find sleeping in a bed that's not their own for like a day. Because they're doing it since they've been on holiday. And that was a couple of years ago now. I've attempted to blow a world to pieces in Minecraft and then try to build a city in the remains, like a post-apocalyptic world a few hundred years after the apocalypse. Nice idea, EP. Yeah, looking forward to it. I'll be visiting family for 1.5 weeks. So yeah, me and Ash are off on Christmas Eve. We're going to spend time together on Christmas Eve. We've miraculously managed to find a year where we've both got the same day off at Christmas, which rarely ever happens. Then on Christmas Day, we're going to have to do the Christmas thing, open the presents, see how well we all did. And then we're going to the Cox's for Christmas dinner. So I'm really looking forward to that because Gina is an amazing cook. We're going to have Christmas dinner at theirs and then do nothing else for Boxing Day. I've got nothing booked for Boxing Day. I'm not doing anything. I'm not going anywhere. I am staying at home and I'm going to feel fat and merry. All I'm going to do. So I kind of want to before we put some furniture in, I want to kind of gauge where the lower platform is for this room. So I think it could be like you know how in Blueprints on Twitch there was like that library, it was like a 2-tiered library, so it was like 2 floors, but it was 1 room. I kind of want to do that here as well. And put like a floor in here as well. I want to use the same wood that I've used for the staircase or a slightly darker wood maybe. So we can distinguish that that's the staircase and not the deck. That's what I was looking for, deck. If you are new here or you're watching this back, hi, hello, my name's Finn. Welcome to Pride and Pixels. I'm one half of Pride and Pixels. We're doing Minecraft today. We're doing a Minecraft build that is a video series I started at the beginning of the year and then gave up on because it took too long to edit. So we've pivoted now to being a live stream rather than a video series. If you like what you've seen here today, please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to see more videos or more live streams like this one. Or, you know, I think you can hype things now. I don't know quite sure how hyping works, but I think you can hype streams as well and hype videos. So feel free to do that. I don't know what happens. It might be a nice surprise for everyone. We shall see. Oh, it's the same shade. It's fine, I think. One that's a bit darker than that. I mean, the only thing that's darker than that is Netherbrook at the moment. Try with Netherbrook and see if that works. I don't think I might be a bit the wrong shade. It might work. We'll go with that. And that's also the wrong height. Also, I don't want to make this tier too thick because then it will cast up a large shadow on the one below it. I want to avoid that. Keep it as open as possible, maybe. 3 and 1, 2. That maybe. Do I like that? I think I like that. We'll see when the furniture's in it. Zach's here. I completely the wrong name then. Hey Zach, how are you doing? It's been ages. If you are unfamiliar, Zach also has a YouTube channel, which is RP Genesis, where he discusses D&D tropes. He makes a couple of D&D characters. I was on one of his most recent videos, where we did my dearly departed dog and his dog as D&D characters. So you can watch that. Of the last video where Ghost makes a big appearance in before he unfortunately passed. And he also recently has done a voice acted Fallout London piece, which he hopes to make into a larger series. And I would highly recommend people go and watch that because I'm already hooked. I've not played Fallout London. I have played Fallout. What Fallouts have I played? I've played Fallout New Vegas and I've played Fallout 4. And I've enjoyed them. Not completed them, but I've played them. But I've not played Fallout London. So I'm intrigued by the story already. And Wolf is here! Hi Wolf! I didn't realise you had a YouTube. Didn't realise you were on YouTube as well. Hi Wolf. See, they're all the classics are coming over now. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. How are you, Wolf? How was your day? Is it cold and miserable like it is over here, or is it quite sunny over there? Today has been very, very drizzly. Very, very... Not quite winter. It feels still like we're in fall or autumn at the moment. It doesn't feel wintry yet. Game got cancelled tonight, so I can make it tonight. Oh my god! I mean, I'm not happy, obviously, that the game got cancelled because obviously I know you love doing those. But I'm glad you've got time to stop by. I appreciate it. Thank you, Zach. Akka did Akka? Zach even did all of the presents arrive? I know one did. Did all of them arrive? How are we on this fine evening? I'm Friday to leave, so I'm doing amazing. We are in hell, but at least it's raining. And it's even raining in solidarity. It's raining in Minecraft as well for you, Wolfie. Do I want to do a connection like that or make it more like a circle, like a semicircle? I'm thinking semicircle will look a bit better than just straight. We'll try it. We'll try it and see what happens. Might look a little bit more interesting. this maybe. I kind of like that. If not, I can just get rid of it later on once I finished it. They did, thank you. Oh, good, good, I'm glad. And let me turn the rain off because who likes the rain? I mean, I like the rain when I'm indoors and it's like beating on the window. I like that, that's soothing. I don't like being in it, but I like hearing it. There's a distinct difference. We had, what do we have for tea? We had chips, spaghetti hoops, and there was some like duck goujon type things. Like, it's difficult to describe them. They were quite nice. They were like spicy duck like goujon things. And I quite enjoyed it actually. It's a nice, interesting mix of different flavours. What everyone else have for tea? How have I been? Well, today I'm alright. It's been a boring day at work, and I've been glad to be at home. Monday wasn't great, I will say that. Some of you who've been listening to Ash's streams over on Freya Crescent Challenge Runs may know the reason why. But recently we've had, we had the guy that comes to do our gutters came on Monday to clear them. And whilst he was clearing the gutters, he noticed that the brickwork around our chimney, which we don't use, is quite loose. And it could be a risk if we leave it untouched, basically. But to get the bricks redone, or like, repointed or something like that, it will cost us like it cost us like 500 quid. And as you know, it's Christmas. We have got no money. So it was a bit of a shock on Monday. But luckily, like I said, it's not going to fall down tomorrow. But it is something that needs to kind of be done more on the urgent side. So what we're going to do is in the new year, we're going to save up for it. And that'll be our first big house purchase of the 2026 to go with the... Because Ash really wanted to get the bathroom ceiling redone because it's fine. But he's noticed there are little spots of mould coming through. Because the previous owner didn't put like the proper sealant on it. Like it was just plasterboard and like house paint. It wasn't like bathroom paint. So it's not the best covering. And at the moment, it's keeping the ceiling up. So like there's nothing wrong with the ceiling itself. It's just that it's not going to be something that we can keep long term. That won't be as expensive as getting the chimney repointed, but it's still an expense. Which Ash was willing to pay next year, but because of the ceiling, because of the chimney now, we've had to kind of put on the back burner. And also, we've had for quite a long time the second step getting upstairs is broken because it's not in the way, so you can't immediately fall into a hole or anything like that. But near to where the wall is, there's a bit of the stair that's kind of sunk in. Obviously, where the wood's kind of like come away, basically. Just needs that step redoing, which I don't know how much it will be. But again, that's probably going to be less than the chimney and the ceiling. But again, it's adding more things on, and it kind of got us a bit down on Monday, and myself included, because I was already having a shit day at work because it was one of those days where like work wasn't going to leave you alone. One of those days where the phone's ringing off the hook, you've got a million tasks to do, and no time to do it all. So I was already stressed. I was sleep deprived and all that sort of stuff. Wasn't in a good place on Monday. I'm better now. Before anyone says anything, but I'm better now. Our house is a right door upper, isn't it, Andy? You're correct, sir. That reminds me, I forgot to ask. My present is it safe for work? I asked because the card was not, and the present might end up being opened in front of other people. It is safe for work, EP. I got the present. You are safe. You are quite happy to open that in front of other company. So yeah, when Ash rang me at work to tell me about the chimney, I was a bit down, to say the least. Obviously, I think people in the live stream see it in Ash's face as well when he came back. It was a bit of a shock to us, but we can do it. We just need saving up for it, basically. We'll probably get it done in January or February when we've got not much happening. I'm not saying that as a slight because Ash's birthday is in February before you start, but we don't have many events happening at the beginning of the year. So I'll probably do it, save it up and do it then. But it's like another unexpected purchase. Do people like that? That little balcony like that, where it's instead of it going straight across, it's kind of like had a little bump there to kind of incorporate the stairs, or do we want to do it as a straight deck, basically? What do people think? How much is down to Ash's farts? Well, fake Nathan. That's an occupational hazard, and I couldn't escape that, unfortunately. It comes with the marriage. How about you, Zach? How are things? We also want to potentially go away this year as well. Obviously, since Ghost passed, we've got more of an excuse to go out for a proper holiday abroad kind of thing next year. So if we can afford it, it would be nice to go away somewhere. Somewhere all inclusive, didn't have to worry about like food and stuff like that. All set up for you, there to relax kind of thing. Right, okay. Don't want to put the deck around the whole archive area because I feel like it might be a bit boring. But this is kind of like where I'm going with it at the moment. Have it basically wrap around the second floor of this archive room. Okay. You asked me something, Finn. I was just asking how you are at the moment. It's been a while since we chatted. How are you doing? I think what I'll do is now put the banisters in this balcony. What do I need now? I need walls or fence. What's in the wall? In there I can use maybe the nether brick. I like that one though. Deep slate tile wall looks kind of nice. We'll go with that. And then what's fence look like? We'll try both of these and see what looks better with the barrier. I'm alive. Well, you know what? That's an amazing first start. I'm glad you're still with us, Zach. I'm thinking maybe doing a not that. You do it. Maybe, or am I going for like upside down stairs? Which is not showing me upside down stairs. Where is the upside down stair? There's the upside down stair. Like this, maybe? The edges of the banister. That's going to make this even like wider though. I like how that kind of connects to the bookcase though, so I like that. We'll keep this. Like that. Let me think. What if, instead of it going around the whole thing, I just have it like at certain segments? That might look a little bit better. Who said you could rain? This is the thing, when I was recording this, I'd have to keep pausing the recording, get rid of the rain, start the recording again. It was just a pain to edit that down again. Just get rid of the rain. Just against down the rain. There we go. That might work. And then connect these together like slabs or something. It doesn't look so chunky. That's like that. That's perfect. I also saw a little movie by the name of Wicked for Good last weekend, and it was bloody brilliant. I haven't had a chance to see that movie yet. I highly recommend it. Anyone who's seen the first one, definitely need to see the second one. I'm just working out where the tops of these columns are going to go for the archive room. And eventually have them go down like thin columns just to keep the deck up. And then on the floor here will be like a load of shelves, like tables with, excuse me, folders on, that sort of thing. At City Hall, it's going to need like a big archive room. I was looking at monetizing my Substack whilst I listened to you, but sheesh, way hard work, can't be asked. That's the thing, is like the bits that kind of the important stuff tends to be either the boring stuff or the complicated stuff. It's an annoying trade-off, but sometimes that's what you have to kind of like do. I'll tell you why as well that Monday was a bit more difficult for me than the usual Monday, shall we say. Obviously, we had the chimney thing happen. That was fun. We also had it's one of those things where, like, when you're grieving somebody or grieving something, it comes in waves. So you'll have days where you feel absolutely fine, like today where I feel absolutely fine. Monday, on top of hearing that, I was also feeling a little bit kind of... I had a wave of grief come to me about losing Ghost in September as well. And that kind of hit me quite hard on Monday. That wasn't helping my mood, but it all kind of like felt a little bit like everything was happening at once. It was like, can we just stop everything happening at once for just one day, please? Thank you. Like, as the week's gone on, I felt better. It's not been as stressful, so therefore it's felt like a load is kind of lifted a little bit. But I'm still not going to like pretend like nothing's happened, because obviously it goes with a big part of our lives and your lives as well, obviously, because you watched us on stream, stuff like that. It feels weird not having him here. It feels weird that I'm not hearing him like squeaking in the background because he wants attention, or like coming up with his toy and that sort of thing, or having a nap on the sofa, that sort of thing. Zach says, how's Ash? Currently sleeping. He's on the sofa having a nap. He seems himself. Like I said, I've not noticed anything different in him this week. Obviously, apart from what we've already mentioned. He's alright today. Made me a lovely dinner. I can't really complain. Ain't that true, Andy? Grief ain't a straight line. Some days you'll feel absolutely fine, then other days you'll be an absolute wreck because your mind will remind you about all the things that you can't do now. That sort of stuff. But, you know, in those moments you need to remind yourself that you need to be kind to yourself. And you need to remind yourself that... excuse me, to breathe. That you gave this person, if it's a dog, for instance, you gave this person the best life they could possibly give them, and it reflects in like how your dog reacted up to that point, that sort of thing. We were lucky when we had to take Ghost for his final journey because he was very, very happy, very, very upbeat. Even in the vet's office, where it could have been very, very morose, very kind of like sad, that sort of thing, he was jumping around, he was giving people kisses. He was like wanting attention from everyone in the room, kind of thing. And I take that as his way of saying that, like, it's fine, I'm happy that you're happy, it's my time, that sort of thing. Is it just me, or does it look like I've done it in two different shades of stare? That's clearly spruce, but that looks like oak. Is it just because the sunlight's on them? Definitely use spruce and not oak. Yeah, it's the lighting. The lighting's glitched out. Okay, I think I've placed all the top ends of the columns. So now I can just go and build my the walls, basically. Either use this. I'll test it out. I'll do one with a metal wall and one with a wood wall and see what I like more. I like that more. So this particular column, I've got that as an arrangement. I kind of like that. Not going to lie, I do kind of like that. Let's try with the fence posts. What do people think? Do they like the wood column or the, I'm assuming like the stone column? Which do you prefer out of those two, the stone or the wood? Yes, in the sun lighting, once it's covered, it will look the same. I see. Once it's night time, it will look the same. Hello. Zach's asking how you are. His answer is yeah. It looks like at night. You are correct, sir. It was just the lighting being dodgy. Nathan says stone. EP likes the wood. Brackets, shut up. You walked into that one, EP. Zach says stone too. I think stone's winning. You want to say hi to everyone?
No.
We've got EP, Nathan, Zach, JP, Andy in the chat. That's rude. He's just fucked up upstairs. If anyone wants to see what my avatar looks like, it looks like this. Unfortunately, the glasses in Minecraft makes me look like I'm wearing like goggles, and that I have like a Bob's Burgers kind of like mustache on the go. But that's supposed to be glasses. This is what my avatar looks like in the game. Everyone say hi. Wolf says wood for matching and hello Ash. Serial killer vibes. Button to change the thingy. There it is, up. What I wanted to do was get rid of the rain. Rude, sir, and after how nice we were being. He's very kind of what we're looking for, very kind of antisocial when he wants to be. He's like, I love you. He's like, meh. The ear gross. We've got 2 for stone, 2 for wood. This is helpful. I think I kind of like the stone to break up from all the brown. Maybe I'll use this as like the one that goes from second floor to ceiling. As it's kind of like, it needs like a stronger foundation than it is on the top floor. Maybe. Then we can have best of both worlds. With the columns then. So we've got both a stone at the bottom and then the wood at the top. I like it. But I'm biased. And he says wood. Fine, stone then. We're happy to help, says EP. I was trying to break the truce. Break the split, basically. That's what I was trying to do. And then Andy comes in and is like, no, wood! Okay. We'll do both. We'll do the same thing as we did in episode 3. We'll do both. Excuse me. And we'll do this wood one on the top floor. Yeah, I'll go with that. I'm okay with that. It also means I have to do another... extend these out by one more. Normally that's not pointing straight up, but it's going to be covered anyway. Oh, fine, I'll redo it. You happy now, that brain? EP, be happy. You loves wood. Is anyone up to date with Stranger Things as well? Because I am. And I avoided the series for a very long time because, I don't know, I had this kind of idea in my head that it was like very heavily led on like horror tropes. And I was like, I'm not really a big horror fan, so I don't know if I'd enjoy it. No. It's very Stephen King, which obviously would make Andy very, very happy. Very, very Stephen King-ish. But it borrows things from other like 80s movies, which I kind of like. It's like all the homages to all the 80s movies, and it's got like the 80s movies actors in there as well. I kind of like as well, like little in jokes. Context was very important for what I said. No, it wasn't. Don't believe the lies. Don't let EP pull a fast one on you. I joke, I kid. EP's amazing. We bully him mercilessly, but because we love you. He doesn't deserve it either. The bullying. If I've planted that correctly. Ta-da, I'm amazing. Let's place it there, and that there, and that there. Oh, not there. And that there. And that there. Like so. That back, see what it looks like. I can go with that. I can deal with that. I also remember when Ash was doing card readings. We have thought about maybe bringing that back. The only reason we put it on pause is that we didn't have a good enough camera. I think we had the camera that I'm using at the moment, which is the one we've been using for a good couple of years now, about 3 years. And we borrowed the Cox's old camera, old webcam, which was fine to like have a picture of yourself on there. But in terms of like putting it on the table and showing the cards up, it was crap. Like you couldn't get it to focus on a flat screen. Basically, it was better with moving images than it was with flat images. We did kind of pause it, But we were thinking about maybe bringing another camera in, weren't you?
Possibly.
And maybe we can bring Tarot Time back then.
Possibly.
Never let that down, will I? Said DP. No explanation required. Owl will be given. Let's make it up when, and it'll be infinitely worse. Okay.
Bag.
Oh, it should be over there. The Hoover is. I moved it earlier.
Yeah, but it's not.
Living room. I only put it in. I only put it near the Hoover. I didn't move it since then. What? Unamoto? You not found it yet?
In the kitchen.
Where is it? Let me show you. I'll put it near the Hoover. I don't know why you've moved it.
Got it.
Not upstairs either.
Got it.
What was it?
Didn't really.
Oh. You called me and I didn't hear you.
Yeah.
Ah. AC. Fair enough. Oof. Right, where were we? You okay?
Mm-hmm.
Blasted rain. You're not welcome here. Ta-da. Okay, right. More column making. I don't think I need that now. We've got these two here. I don't think I'm going to need that either. Maybe I'll put one there. Yeah. One there. One there. It's been such a while since I played Minecraft, by the way. I think I looked at this this world previously, and I think it was like in April, May time I was last on here. I recorded it last time. A while ago. Annoyingly, because this is only like 4 blocks wide, I can't put one in the middle. It has to be either side of it. And if in perfect world, I'll probably just put the one down there, but I don't know. Why have I suddenly got a craving for gravy? I'm having a stroke.
Hope so.
Don't say that. That's really mean. I've got a random craving for it. Maybe because it's Christmas season.
Making it on Saturday.
I'm looking forward to that.
Mm.
I will be kicked out of the kitchen, and Ash will be making dinner for me and my parents. I will be on host duties, so I will be making the tea and coffees, making sure my parents are all right, that sort of thing, whilst Ash swears in the kitchen. Definitely not the right one. I need. Have I accidentally picked the wrong one? They're all spruce, aren't they? That seems like it's dark wood. Yeah. I've been placing the wrong bricks down. I am an idiot. Thank you for saying not. Thank you for not saying yes. It is. And Nathan says hi.
Nathan.
Ooh, Zach's going very fancy for Christmas. He's going to a Marco Pierre White restaurant for their Christmas dinner. But I think we've got one in Leicester, haven't we? Have we got one there?
Don't know.
I think we do on Beaver Street.
Going.
Don't go. Stay and play. Want me to see above?
Fetch your jobs.
Got jobs?
Yeah.
Is it put the pots away, laundry?
No, it's put pots away, tidy the desk, put away the.
Okay. Alright, back in a minute, guys. I'll be right back. I'll be back in a sec. Don't worry, I'm back. Didn't take too long. I still haven't finished the spelling mistake. That would help. I will fix that. I promise. I may have forgot. Correct. We did mention it once. He didn't notice. I thought we did EP. Sounds right for Finn. He's been mentioned every time. I call not that important. Clearly, I can imagine Ash doing an awkward dance in the background to this music. So, any weekend plans? Thanks for the thought, EP. Oh, sorry, it's Spectrum. You return. I do return. Right, we're caught up on the chat. We'll put my headphones in so I can listen to the game. Although, I think I've turned the music off for the game anyway. It's like, I like the Minecraft music. It's very kind of calming, but it can get a little bit on your nerves after a while. Lies and errors. I might fix that when I have time after Christmas. I've got a video that's almost done. It's almost going to come up on YouTube. I just need to sort out the background music and the outro, and it should be out. I'm aiming for this weekend, but obviously as my parents are coming over, it might get delayed till after Christmas. But it will be in December. It's basically done now. It's just like the extra little bits to zhuzh it up. I look forward to that. You need to find a good podcast to watch whilst Minecrafting. I recommend Path of Publication. There we go. EP's earning his bread. I appreciate him very, very much. Thank you. I appreciate you. Now I've placed all these spruce stairs, I'm thinking maybe I should go back to the dark oak. But I don't want it all to look like the same colour. I don't know. Trust the process. Trust the process. We'll go back. If it's shit, we'll change it off stream. And I like that because it's not blocking the stairwell. I'm worried it might be blocking it. It's not. We're all good. Place this one. I'm keeping this purposely open. This will probably just have desks in it rather than bookcases. Good sir, says Andy. I expect my check in the next 3 to 5 business days. I second that notion, says Zach. Yeah, Zach was on the Path Publication podcast a couple of episodes ago now. We were talking about mental health and D&D as well. Like, it's a writing podcast. It heavily slants towards script writing, but we have talked about other writing practices as well, like creative writing and role play writing, video game writing, that sort of thing. We dabble in other things as well. I'll ask Ash to hand deliver it. On second thought, never mind. I'll donate the time for free. Collect, sir. Whilst we're shilling other people's channels and stuff like that, I'd also like to recommend that people head over to RP Genesis, which is Zach's channel. It's his D&D centric channel. So over there, you can see videos about him creating D&D characters, and not necessarily for just D&D as well. He also does Metro as well. So if you are familiar with that game system, just a couple of character breakdowns of how you make a certain character in that game as well. He's also currently got a Fallout London series at the moment, where he's doing like a kind of machinima, kind of like making your own story. Or is it making your own story or following the story of the game, Zach? Am I correct or am I miles off? But he's done the first 2 episodes, I think, of that. So I highly recommend you check that out at RP Genesis as well. We've already shouted out the podcast channel, Path Application. It's also on Spotify as well. If you prefer your podcast to be audio, not visual, we also have an audio version of it that goes up on Spotify at the same time. Oh yeah, I can't edit the pod until I get a new battery for the mouse. It dies today. No! Rest in peace, mouse. What did you call it? Mutant Year Zero. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I know it began with an M. An M-E. So sorry. A year today, according to Facebook, says Zach. Yes. So RPG Genesis is a year old, according to Facebook, as of today. Congratulations, Zach. Mutant Year Zero. I do apologise. Mutant Year Zero is kind of another RPG game system which is set in like an apocalyptic world where having certain mutations gives you benefits and disadvantages to playing the game, basically. Zach explains it in a lot better than I do. Don't listen to me, listen to him. And I was also on a video of it. I was also on a video of RPG Genesis back in, was it October, September time? Where Zach did D&D characters of our dogs. Oh, I do apologise. I'm so sorry, Zach. No, it was a year ago today that Zach made an appearance on our podcast, the Path Application Podcast. I misheard you. I misread that. I do apologise, Zach. How long has RP Genesis been out? How far off was I? That one at the corner. In the middle here. A bit overkill to have it in the middle as well. No space to put anything otherwise. I think it's about 8 months. It's only been 8 months. I thought it was a lot longer than that. You've done an amazing job in 8 months. I think you've even got more subscribers than we do at the moment. We've been doing this for about 3 years. 3 years? 2 years. 2023 we started. 2022. I need to check this up now. I'm completely lost. When did I start the channel? I swear it was 2022. Bear with. I started in July 2022. I was right the first time, 3 years. 3 and a bit years, actually. It's almost 3.5 years. Give or take, says Zach. Okay, fair enough. I know you're working on your Fallout London series at the moment. Are there any other video ideas you'd like to share today? Or you want to keep us guessing? You don't have to tell us anything. So we went to the, whilst I'm waiting for Zach to reply, we went to the script writing group again this week. It was another SWEM, or Script East Midlands. We went there and we read 2 scripts. They were both audio dramas this time rather than TV pilots. and I got to play a hilarious role as a a sexy satnav was my role this time, which Andy thought was hilarious. I'm not gonna lie, I did kind of enjoy doing. I did kind of enjoy doing the role. I was given when we go there, like you get offered if you want to read part of the script that you haven't written, there's somebody else's script. You get an option of if you want to read a character in that script, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'm happy to read. And you get randomly assigned characters, and my characters were Satnav, and I think the romantic interest of the script. And I thought, okay, Satnav voice is going to be a throwaway line. It's fine. I'll put a funny voice on. What's the worst that can happen? That character is through most of the script. So now I've put a funny voice on, and I cannot diverge from this funny voice. I had to do the entire script. Oh, Jesus. Got scared by gaming lightning. I had to do the whole script with a robot voice. I had chosen myself. No one had asked me to do it. I had chosen to do this, and now I have to commit to the bit. So for the entire script, I had to talk like this. Go right in 300 yards. You're quite good at turning me on. Probably should ignore that. It's kind of like that, a kind of stilted robot voice. None because there are none at the moment. Ah, I see. It was hilarious because you read it in a robotic satnav voice, and then it gained sentience, and you were committed to the voice. So I had to keep going with the voice. This is very true, Andy. Comment where's in the voicemail message I had to read out from your script. Yeah, that was Finn 11 years ago. Pre any relationships. I had no idea what I was talking about. Trying to make an answer phone message from someone that's a bit of a player, and I wasn't a bit of a player at all. There was a monologue. At one point, I had to do a satnav that gained sentience and was doing a monologue in a robot voice, which I instantly regretted. The script itself, though, was very funny. Like, I'm not slagging the script off. The script was amazing. It made us all laugh. And not just because of my robot voice. Might be blocking the doorway off. Oh, thank God it didn't quite block the doorway off. But it could have, but it didn't. Yeah, but it worked as a voicemail. Thank you, Andy. You're too kind. A sexy monologue? There's a part in the script where the satnav, me, had a conversation with what was it? Was it the character's like phone assistant? I was having a conversation with them, and apparently they'd had a relationship that had broken apart, and now she was shagging the vacuum cleaner or something. It was a bonkers script, and I loved it. I just wish I hadn't put the funny voice on. That lightning is not making me jump every time I hear it. I love the bit where the satnav was hitting on the protagonist and then went, hold on a minute, it's work. Turn left at the next section. Hang on, I'll read it out of my list. Hold on a minute, it's work. Turn left at the next junction. Like that for a 30-minute audio drama. I bloody loved it. It was great. 40 minutes. It was even longer than I remembered. Ah, thank you. You got keen memory. I tried to block most of mine out with the cider that night. This rain's annoying me again. Sorry, my nose is offended by that. And Finn got tipsy. I did, but the thing is, I think it was 2 1/4 ciders. But I had to leave for the train, so I didn't finish the third one, so I had to go. And at this point, Andy and Devon, who's previously been on the podcast before, stayed behind and drank a bit longer, went to another pub and drank a bit more. They got pissed by the time I'd got home. And I was just walking through my neighbourhood to get home. And then I started to get drunk. It started to hit me as I was walking home. So we're all getting very, very giddy on the group chat. And suffice to say, we're going to meet up with each other at some point in the new year. Tipsy or lightweight tipsy? Finn tipsy. An accurate representation. Like I knew that the alcohol was affecting me, but I'd gone past the point where I'd cared. The last column. People might say thank God. Then I'm going to zoom out and see what that looks like. Okay, that's the final column. Right, walking down here, walk from this side to the next side and see what we like, see what we think. Makes the room very narrow with all these columns. I kind of like it. Excuse me, we're not lightweights. So a quarter of a cider. Thank you, EP. Always got my back. Zach says Akka is next to me. Hi, Akka! We miss you. Where's the sound command when you need it? I don't know how you do any of the sound commands on YouTube or how any of the Discord prompts work on YouTube. I'm just here now. How are you, Akka? How are things? Is Zach treating you well? Is he treating you like a princess? Now, do I need to do this as, say... like this, maybe? Let's go for the other slab and see what that looks like. I'm being very indecisive today. Nah, not like that. Not too bad. Yes. Yes, that kind of works. Oh, yeah, I do like that actually. Making a heart at the screen. Aww. Hang on. Heart for you too. You can see that. I hope you like your Christmas present as well. So I'm going to do a very simple balustrade for the upper part of this balcony. Is that a balcony? Is it a deck? I don't know. I'm going to do a very simple one for now whilst we're doing this. So I don't want to do this the entire stream to just be this. But yeah. Time of streaming until, says Zach. What time are we on? 9:30. Don't know. I normally finish up about 10:30. Depending on like how I feel, like how busy it's been, that sort of thing. I'm good for another hour or so. I don't know if I like this, but we can edit it later. It's fine. I'm gonna have to drop now. Then I've got to be up early tomorrow night. Everyone, miss you, Finn. I miss you too, Zach. Let's talk soon. Talk more soon. I hope you can join us on. I'm thinking of doing these streams not on a Thursday, going forward. So those will probably come back in the new year. I'm thinking of doing these streams on another day that isn't taken up with Ash's stream. So I'm thinking Tuesday. Tuesday might be a good idea to do a stream. Then I can do Tuesdays and Thursdays, and Ash does Mondays and Wednesdays. Not set in stone yet. We need to work out the logistics of it. But that's what I'm intending to do with these streams in the new year. So we get 2 helpings of Ash, 2 helpings of me. But if that doesn't work out for us, then obviously we might change it. It's all in flux at the moment. Do I like this? I know I said I've got to trust the process. Sometimes I'm a bit like, if it's not perfect straight away, I'm like, oh god, do I continue or not? Let's just do the lower layer first. Lower layer. Lots of l's in that sentence. That very red lorry, yellow lorry. I think it can be better to finish before being too critical. Well, unless you know it's a very obvious problem. I think it's a problem so much. I'm just being a perfectionist. Like I've switched back to the dark oak for the railing. And I'm just thinking, do I change these to the dark oak as well? But I'm like, I don't want to do that now. I like the end pieces. The ends that look good. I think I've already mentioned it at the beginning of the stream, but if you are new here watching this back on the VODs, I'm Finn. Welcome to Pride and Pixels. I am one half of Pride and Pixels, and we normally stream on Twitch and do videos over here, but I thought we'd change things up this time and do a YouTube stream of the Minecraft world that I've been working on for a long time. Might put the banisters in the wrong place. Whenever I turn my back, you're always changing the weather back to rain. I like when you're building in Minecraft and something, you can just go into a Zen mode and you don't realize you're going into it and just goes very, very quiet. The funny thing, Finn, I've just started playing City Skylines and you changed to Minecraft. You never know, I might switch back to City Skylines. The Thursday streams on Twitch haven't changed. They will still be happening after Christmas. But I'm going to do a YouTube stream as well as an addition to it. So City Skylines could return back on Thursday in the new year, depending on what people want. I might put a poll up for the new year to see what people want to do first. the Twitch stream. Do you want to continue on with City Skylines? Do you want me to pick up one of the games I've not finished yet? I can do that too. Okay, and now we need to put the banisters in. So shut up that bloody thunder and lightning. I think that's that for the banisters in the archive room. Again, I'll turn that off. Half and half, Andy. How so? So where are we? Is it night time? Right, so this is what we've got so far. This is what we've built so far in the stream. We've done these lovely balcony balustrade things in the archive room. So I'm going to put shelving units and like filing cabinets in between these columns. And then this big open area, this atrium area, will just have like tables and desks there, so people to do like research and stuff will be in this section only. And then in these areas, which I've not started yet, I probably will start them in another stream, I think. These will be like private offices, the boss's offices, that sort of thing. Obviously, this area is all off limits to the general public underneath the city hall. Then once this room's done, that room's done, and that room's done, can then work on the actual ground floor of the city hall. This is what it looks like so far. I'll just zoom out. Right, loves, I'm off to bed. My heated blanket is calling me. That sounds like a great idea right now. Night night, Andy. Lovely evening. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, this is what we've got so far with the city hall. We've got the car park was already finished, but we did the car park off stream. Then we did the balustrades and the columns in the archive room in here today. And then these will probably be the next stream we do in the new year. And then I'm just do a quick little fly around of what we've already built that you've seen on the stream, seen on the channel before in videos. We've got the Yorcity Green, which was the very first episode. It's the only building here that I have selected and I have chosen to build. Everything else has been a community response for a vote, whoever won the vote. And then we've got the restaurant, the Italian restaurant, which was episode 2, winner of the first vote. If you want to see the full in-depth fly around, go to the beginning of the stream. And then in episode 3A, we did the key, or Quay, I say key, which was the winner of the second vote. Well, joint winner of the second vote with the City Hall. But this is the key that we did. And then we're currently working on the City Hall, which is over here. I'm going to put it out the way to know it would be a big building. That brings us back to the City Hall. Yeah. So I don't know whether I want to put some more furniture stuff in here now or wait to the next stream. I'll just like do the atrium bit maybe. I want to put some desks down, I think. I need to plan out where those desks are going to go. I'm going to use these logs to plan out where the desk orientation is going to be. draw a little circle. Got the available floor space. Just so I know where I can work with and not block anything off. I've got enough space for people to walk around and get books from that side. I want to leave like a 2-block space either way. So like within this like oak circle is where I can build the desks where it's not going to be in the way and it's going to be using up that space. Oh, I just realised I can turn the coordinates off now. EP left ages ago. Work out where I need to go with this. Like a table there in the centre of the room. Table there. Does that make sense to put that there? Bit too much. Have I gone slightly mad? I like the arrangement of tables there. It seems a little bit symmetrical. But I might want to move it over a block maybe, because it's a bit too close to the bookcases there, I think. And then having maybe like a desk in the middle of these might work out quite well. But this isn't going to be the final colour of the desk, by the way. This is just me planning things out. Was good to plan. Ta-da. Okay, got enough space for people to walk in between those desks, I think. Then maybe have one in the middle. A bit of a tight squeeze to have those on either side of it. Got rid of that. Have a desk in the middle. Like so. So you've got some desks there. What kind of desk would we put down there? I kind of want to make it like a metal desk because of this columns to make it kind of match. Rather than just putting everything in wood. Black table might look cool. It's like a sleek table. Something that way, maybe. Like it matches too much to the columns. Maybe I'll do a different color of it. Don't want them to mistake them to be the same material, and they're not. Oh, that one more. I think making them not wood makes them stand out against the shelving that I'm putting in there and the filing cabinets. So I'm just going to do that. So I think I'm going to make these metal desks and then have wooden shelves to kind of like separate all the brown that's in this room at the moment. Oh, balls. I get some acacia wood. Was it mangrove? So it's mangrove, not acacia. Slightly different desk in the middle, that might. Thank you for everyone that's stuck around and gave me a watch today. I really appreciate it. I'm glad it's worked out well as well. This works. If this continues to work, there will be YouTube and Twitch streams in 2026. I hope there's a stream in 2026. Yeah, that's it. They're all over now. This is the last one. This is how I break it to you. Oh, that looks better. It borrows from the shades of colour here without it being like the same material. I think throughout this room now, I'll just place these desks here of this material. And then when I'm doing the shelving units, they will be predominantly wood material, so therefore it will look like the walls. Nah, Finn's retiring. Ash too, although he hit retirement age 20 years ago, so it's about time for him. Wants to make that sweet bank when it comes to the pension. Okay. I like that I planned that out first before just committing to the blocks. Committing to the blocks, that's the subtitle. Yeah. Ta-da. I'm proud of that. Okay, now I need to work out where I can put a desk and where I'm going to put shelves. Central bit is probably going to be very much like a study area. Whereas the outside bits are going to be more kind of like archives. So it makes sense to put the desks kind of like here up against the wall out of the way. Ta-da! That's perfect. I'll put another desk on the other side of the room. More secluded, out the way. So if you want a desk in the middle of the room, we've got some here. We've got 5 desks. And if you want something a bit more secluded, a little bit more private work, we've got a desk here by the doorway and one over there by the doorway too. I don't want to block the stairwell for some reason. Because, I don't know, I don't want to come down to the archives, go to the bottom floor, and then you can't get anywhere because everything's blocked off. But I do want to put more desks around. Dot them around somewhere. Very coveted desk, it's right underneath the archives. I'll add one on there as symmetrical on the other side. I'll leave that space to put like a plant or something to kind of brighten the area up a little bit. I kind of hide one down here. So copy a hole over there. No, I'll copy that onto the other side as well. Like so. Ta-da! We've got 1, 2, 3 on this side. That will make it 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 desks. Now, I want to put more down there, but I think I also want to put the shelving in, the archives themselves in. And that will take up a lot more space. So once that's been done, I think then I can add more desks in. We won't know until they're in. basically. I think I'm going to leave it there because we're at 10 now. I think most people have gone to bed now. But yeah, so I'll leave it there for you guys. If you enjoyed this, please do give it a big like button. Give it a big like even. I'm losing my brain. If you did like what I did today, all we've done today is the balustrade, the pillars that are holding it up, and also put where the desks are going to be in the room for the archive room. I've showed off the rest of the world. I'm not going to do it again. I've done it twice. But we're doing the basement level of the city hall. Once that's done, then we'll work on the offices over here and over here, which will be pretty simple. Just an office shape, basically. Just for like if you wanted to like seclude yourself away to look at some council notes or whatever, it'll be in there. Once that's done, then we can then make a start on the ground floor of a city hall and continue it on, basically. Thank you, JP. I appreciate you being here. Yeah, in the meantime, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a lovely Christmas. Merry Christmas to everyone. This is obviously recorded in December, but Merry Christmas. Have a lovely Christmas 2025. And I'll see you again in some point in 2026 when we're doing this again as a YouTube live stream. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. Bye.